are back with part 3 of the Noobish Pyro build. Last week we traveled the high walls of Lothric. We died once, but we got a lot of items, and we were able to get to the next bonfire. But because I didn't have a lot of healing flasks and I was not confident in taking down the Mimic with as little health as I had, I said that one of the first things we would do today is to do that, because once I get the Mimic defeated, I can get the Deep Battle Axe, which will up my DPS quite a bit. Also, we're going to try to get all the items. We're going to get burned quite a bit today, because there's at least 3 items that you pretty much have to risk getting set on fire. But we're going to do our best not to die. Today we are going to at least collect all that. My goal is to at least get another Estus Flask. I'm hoping to maybe upgrade the Deep Battle Axe at least once. And I'm also hoping to get our first NPC, which I believe, and I may butcher his name, is like Grerat. You will find, I'll show you where to find his cell key and then where to find him. And then maybe we'll get to talk to him and we can start his quest line. So here pretty soon we're going to go ahead and start the game. Please, if you are liking these, please like and subscribe. Please tell your friends. Like I said, I'm trying to do this as a walkthrough / playthrough, and that even though I may have only gone through the game at least once and then a few play tests here and there, I am doing a pretty good job of getting 100% everything. And if I miss something, please let me know in the comments below. Alright, here we are back at the second bonfire. I did another thing that I'm going to try and get today is 100% physical shield. Although there's going to be one drawback to it, and I'll get to that when we get to it. So we're going to go back down. If you remember that knight, we are going to try and not have to fight the knight. We beat him once. In Dark Souls, you don't have to fight everybody. There are certain people you're going to want to fight because certain people have exclusive drops and stuff. But the only reason to really fight the knights, really at any point, is you can farm and loot their armor set. Okay, we missed most of these the last time because we were trying not to get killed. So there's 3 enemies in this area besides the knight. Yeah, that'll take probably 3 shots. That's why I try to wake him up with a strong attack. Yep, the knight is back. I don't know why. Usually he stays down there forever, but we're gonna try to lose him. He's not gonna be able to jump, and he may be leashed at that door. Doesn't really see like he's following us. Alright, we'll go down here. I usually just rolling will break these things, but I've had times where I've back rolled and it didn't break anything. So I'm clearing this space out because as a pyro guy, I need the extra space and I don't want my fireballs to hit anything besides him. Now this is a Mimic. I'm not entirely sure. Someone says you can kind of tell what they are before you try to open them, but I can't, so a lot of times, at least until I know which ones are Mimics and which ones aren't, I'll just start by whacking the box. And there's really no penalty for whacking it, at least definitely once. Alright, now the key to fighting Mimics is to not get grabbed. The grabbed will almost always, especially at this early stage of the game, will probably kill you. You want to try to stay behind. I made a mistake really of backpedaling there when I really should have, yeah, barely missed that. Oh man, that's so close. When I should have done that. Forward roll under the leg, get behind it. In this case, I'm going to toss some fireballs. But, I mean, it's pretty easy if you can stay behind, just whack them. But the whole point of me getting this is because I want this axe. Now, you may look at it and say, oh, physical is only like, what? It's like 96. And you think, well, that's not really any more than my hand axe, but you'll also see down there it has dark damage. So it actually will combine. If you look on the right side there, it actually showed my attack in my right hand. It's like 192 now. But it's like 96 and 96 together. So we are going to make a run for it. We're going to try to grab a few items and try not to get too torched. Be careful down here. You remember there's an archer guy to the left, and there's the guy, the healing guy with the shield. So we're gonna try to get back in here so I don't get hit by. Oh man, it looks like a couple more of them. I was hoping the dragon would just take a few of them out, but we'll funnel them through this door. I'm not too worried. Alright, come and get me. There you are. I got my new axe. There. Not 100%, but still. Didn't do a whole lot of damage with that block. You don't have a shield. You don't stand a chance. There we go. Some more fire bombs. Nice. Just gonna torch this guy real quick. Now, you may have not seen it because you've only really seen him breathe fire from the doorway, but he will actually breathe fire down both of these ledges. Here you go, see? He breathes fire in this one, and then he just kind of stretches it over to the other stuff. Now, I'm going to get hit. Just because he's not breathing fire now, you will take damage to this fire. So, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to try to run through here, heal up. I only got the one flash left, so... Heal or not heal? Heal or not heal? I think I can make it across and get both of those items. Yeah, I think I can. We're just going to try to wait for him to see if we can make it down there as fast as we can before he breathes fire. It is something you need to worry about, but you can actually stay in the fire pretty well. That's not too bad. There's the claymore. Ooh, this is a drop. Wonder what we got. What was that? That was another... that was a battle axe. Huh. Let's go. We'll run through here. Wait, there's no break fire. Okay, we'll wait. The biggest thing here is we're gonna have to hopefully don't get hit by that knight, because again I don't have any healing flask, and I need to make it to the bonfire. So if we're lucky, maybe he's stuck in that last area. Yeah, he's still up there. He's waiting on me to come out. I'm not coming out. There's an item, but it's just a drop. I don't have any health. Screw it. I'll go back to the bonfire. Cause I still got some other stuff I want to do. I don't want to just sit there and do that. There's going to be a part coming up where sometimes I have a hard time throwing fireballs. So we'll try to do that first. Yeah, I've got a great axe. Strength is 32 though. I mean, that's a really good drop for this early in the game, but there's honestly, even the great axe I plan on using is going to be 27 strength. I don't really plan on getting my strength up to 32. Maybe with the ring, yeah. With the strength ring, I could get it up there, but honestly, I'm going to probably be using most of my rings to increase my attunement and my pyro and my fire damage. So there are 3 of these things in here, 3 of these guys. They do throwing knives, so be prepared to dodge them. So just kill that one. The knight usually never comes back in here, but he's been kind of weird lately for me anyways. Go into this lab, grab this. You can also just plunge attack down, and there'll be another one of these things to our left, right there by that table. Ugh, that's embarrassing. Problem is, he usually does throwing knives when you're that far, but this time he's kind of faked me out. Now down there is where we're going to find our NPC, but he is locked behind a gate. So we need to get the key to that first. We're going to get another one of those abyss monsters coming up, so definitely going to probably get my fire hooked up. Hit this guy right here, that way you don't have to deal with him. 2 worships over here, might as well kill him. There'll be a guy coming up the ladder. Sometimes he won't come up the ladder and you can plunge attack him, but most of the time he will come up the ladder. If you want to try to ready a strong attack for when you do it, you can, but you can't hit him when he's on the ladder. At least I haven't been able to. Now, one of these worshippers up here is a flame. Usually, as soon as he sees you, he's going to transform. You could try to rush him and hit him with your axe, But that one. Wait, why aren't you transforming? Alright, that's fine. We'll have to probably go through this area a couple times anyways, so on one of our next playthroughs we'll grab the, we'll come back through here and just grab it. There will be a crystal lizard here in a little bit. If you don't know what a crystal lizard is, it's that thing. They will run and they will disappear after a while, but if you kill it, you will get a gem. And what's nice is, with this game, you don't really, unlike Bloodborne, where you pretty much have to collect a whole bunch of tools to infuse runes and gems and all that, pretty much you get everything you need. Now that's a rod gem. For those who don't know, rod gem basically gets rid of scaling and will increase the attack. But it usually also will get rid of any elementals, which is why I'm not going to use it on this deep battle axe. And really, the deep battle axe has no scaling anyways. But there are certain weapons that actually will do better just being raw, because their scalings won't ever get to be that impressive. The Astor straight sword used to be that way. Okay, arrow here, hit that guy so he doesn't get involved. There's one here, and then there's the 2 crossbows. Ow. I will come back through here as well, probably, so I didn't really need to kill them, except for maybe that one crossbow right there. I always kill him. Now, if you go back around here, there's another item on here. This place actually looks bigger than it is. It's really just one big area with a couple buildings. Go straight to the left, so we don't have that night come through. Go straight up here. There's a crossbow guy here. There's a guy that'll be running behind you here pretty soon, but go ahead and get this guy, because he can do a lot of damage and he will backstab you. And then deal with him. Yeah, Titanite shard, so we should be able to start upgrading this axe pretty much now. So, kill these things. There'll be an enemy in here. Get the Undead Hunter Charm. The Undead Hunter Charm's nice. It allows it to where your enemies can't heal. Also, you can actually put mimics to sleep with it and just grab the item out of it. Although, I mean, you always can use the soul, so I usually kill the mimic anyways. But it's a good way to, if you're especially like before when I knew I wouldn't be able to defeat it. Here's another knight. Fireballs do work pretty well on it, but of course if you put up a shield like that, it won't do nearly as much. 2 fireballs will throw the shield back, which is kind of a stagger. But if you're really lucky, you can get him to where his shield's not out, and you can actually kill him in like 3 fireballs that way. With the shield, you're going to do a little bit more, but they do a lot of damage. You can parry them, but I still don't have 100% shield, so I'm really not wanting to duel with them. Get the soul item here. Now is when we're going to get some really good items. There will be an enemy on the left here, so be careful. In that room is, I believe, a broadsword. A pretty good pretty good weapon in the early game. I personally like the claymore and this axe better, but it's still pretty good if you want a sword instead of just a big claymore. Go right around through here. Try not to aggro any of the stuff down there, because they can kill you pretty easily. There'll be a guy here sleeping. This is not a mimic. This will be my 100% shield. Now, I did say there's going to be a drawback to this shield. This shield doesn't have parry. Yes, get this guy. He may not look dangerous, but he will throw firebombs. So if you're down there fighting those things, you can also see those like cases of stuff, the barrels. Those have like gunpowder in it. So if those things get fire, it will blow up. But I'm going to do this, but like I said, I'm actually probably going to keep, especially since I don't have a lot of heavy armor right now, as long as I can stay below 70%, I'm fine. I'll probably go ahead and equip both of these shields, because I'm going to want to have something that can parry, especially since I'm going to continue to fight some knights. In fact, in an upcoming section fairly soon, we're going to have 3 knights that we're going to need to fight, or at the very least, at least 2. So, go ahead and have them both. But you can see, it doesn't have a parry. It just allows you to use your weapon skill with this shield. Which is great in some areas, like I think the boss coming up, I'll probably use that a lot, because it's 100% physical defense, and I can still use my art without having to put my shield away and two-handing it. But the green blossom, that increases stamina recovery. Down here is the Astora straight sword. I think I mentioned it earlier. This used to be one of the top early weapons. They used to be, you put a raw gem on there, you're doing 192 or so damage just at the beginning. But well, one of them heard it got nerfed. I mean, it still does over 100 damage, which is more than a lot of your starter weapons. But it does, I would need one more dexterity to use it. And of course right now I have the faith for it, but if you didn't have faith, then you wouldn't really be able to use it. Now I'm going to try to use fireballs. I can also use fire bombs to try to get some of these enemies. If I can get them close enough to one of those barrels, it'll actually explode, which will definitely be an easy kill. The dogs will go down with about one fireball, but these guys right here, the ones with the big axes, they'll take quite a few fireballs. Yes, that's what you have to worry about with the fireballs. You're using your left hand, and it's just awful. It hits everything. Plus, it does go forward quite a bit. So multiple times on my test through with this, I actually fell. So one of the things you can do is, I've got almost 20 fire bombs, and you can only carry 20 fire bombs. These, because they use your right hand, will actually throw over. See, you can't even, if there's railing, your fireballs won't go over. But if you use, and if I use it right now, I would fall. So I'm gonna have to start using the fire bombs. But like I said, they don't do that much damage. Yeah, it would take, what, 5 probably? Did you have to move? But if I can at least get maybe the dog and one of the axe guys dead and maybe a little bit health on the other one, I could probably just plunge attack the last one. Because there will be another dog in here, and there is a guy patrolling, that you can see him right there. He just goes out the door and in the door and out the door. But he actually won't come over unless you're just full out and fighting everybody. But you can kind of see a shiny item down there. That'll be the cell key. Like I said, we needed to unlock the self to Grat or whatever his name is. But there is a dog down there. Now, he usually stays there, but beware that he is there. So if you start fighting, you definitely have to keep an eye on making sure he doesn't join in the fight. There we go. Oh, I'm using all my fire bombs. Like I said, that's okay. Fire bombs are useful for stuff like here, but for the most part, if I'm just going to want to toss a firebomb at a group of people, my fireball spell will be just as useful. While I'm doing all this and looking like a fool, I can show you some of the rest of the room. Like I said, that's the cell key. Over there, you'll see it on that anvil. Is actually, oh, there we go, gripped up nicely. They were right. Will be an SS shard, so that'll be 2 SS shards. Pretty early in the game. And that way I can have a little more health. I think I'm at what, 3 health, 2 mana. So this way I can get 4 health and 2 mana. Okay, I was just making sure which I forget which shield has the parry and which shield has the skill art. So there he is. I think I'm just gonna try to plunge attack him. Yeah, this is just dumb. Listen, I already got the one dog down. There we go. And I missed. Great. And that hurt. And that... Okay. I don't want to go too far back. Oh, come on. There we go. I don't want to go too far back because I don't want to aggro the other axe guy. Now, luckily I didn't use any health potions because I've been chunking fire bombs from the railings. In the wall, really? Okay, there's the cell key. Now, getting close to the mark that I usually try to end this on, so what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to show you the shortcut that leads back to the original area after I grab this SS shard. You'll see a big, giant, armored guy on the way there. We're not going to fight him just yet. but I will probably need to take care of this guy. He's really slow, you don't have to worry too much. So just wait for him to do one attack, and then the other thing about the deep battle axe is you can see it will kind of stagger lock him. So his poise is not all that good. In fact, the only reason why I didn't just 4-hit it is because... Oh, raw gem. Nice. And yeah, there's a Titanite shard here. Always remember that. In fact, I'm going to check this other area. Sometimes I miss some of these small items that are hidden behind these things. I'm pretty sure I know where everything is, but just in case. Okay. Now when I come through here, you can break those boxes over there. Is there anything over here? Okay. Nothing over here. You can break these boxes here and you can drop down. But we want to make sure we drop down. Yes, there's the big guy. He's not as tough as he looks. In fact, I have a much harder time fighting the knights than I do the giant axe spear guy. But you definitely want to drop down and have him aggro you. He does one of those spinning attacks, which just kind of keeps on going and going and going. And he will just spin you right here. Drop attack this guy. This is a rapier. Another good dex build. Really fast, really quick thrusts. Think of Sword Art Online with Asuna's weapon. There will be a crossbow guy around here. Just go right up here. And there also will probably be another guy that wakes up and tries to come behind me. There we are. To the left, over in that area, there's another NPC, and it'll be your first covenant. And then there's some knights, and if you go straight down the stairs over there, you get to the first boss. Now, it looks like there's just one guy here. Let me go around here and collect the item. But there will be 4 other guys that will climb the wall. I don't want to fight them right now, because I'm really close to the shortcut. I want to try to get back and get the last few things done. Ow! And... haha. Fell down the elevator shaft onto some bullets. There's an item here. Now be careful, this is the very first area. Remember I showed you where the shortcut will lead. So right out there is a big axe guy, another sword guy, and up there's the 2 dogs. So you want to be really careful. Look at that. Right around here. May need to kill the dogs, because the dogs will chase you up, and of course we're going to get hit by the crossbow guy. Now once we get up the stairs, the crossbow guy shouldn't be able to hit us. And we will just rest here and travel to the other bonfire. Like I said, this is the very first bonfire, if you remember it, from the very beginning of this area. So we'll travel to the other one. We're going to go down and grab our NPC. And I don't know, I may decide to upgrade the axe and talk to the NPC and do a few things in Firelink Shrine before ending this. But we'll see. We'll see how much time I have. Load screen, load screen, load screen. I really am having fun with this Pyro build. I'm trying to get used to choosing when to use the Pyro and when to use the shield. The boss coming up, honestly, and the bosses are going to be this way. There are going to be some bosses that you can easily go at it with the Pyro, and some bosses that probably will be mostly physical. But that's why I'm putting some strength and getting some decent weapons so that I don't have to rely on my magic. Let's say we can kill this guy. He will follow. He will throw throwing knives, so you want to take him out. Go ahead and plunge attack this guy, and then go ahead and kill this guy over here just in case. Now, downstairs there will be a big axe guy, so make sure you're ready. I'm going to go ahead and try to get the 100% shield up, because right now I'm not wanting to parry this guy, but I may need to use it to stagger him by blocking first, which is a good strategy. Fireball to start it. Oh, there we go, right next to the barrels. That being said, hold on. Through here is later on you'll get a key from an NPC in the Firelink Shrine. You'll get a really cool item if you like to invade. But I was saying about the fire barrels. These are all fire barrels, and this guy right here will throw fire flasks. So we need to make sure that he doesn't throw them anywhere near us. So after that, go back for this item. It's not worth trying to risk it to get blown up. Some throwing knives. Throwing knives are good. I will probably be using throwing knives pretty soon. Backstab him. Throwing knives are good for aggroing people. Mail breaker, that's not a bad weapon. It can shred through some defenses, but DPS wise there are some better ones. But again, there'll be a part where we'll have at least 2 knights right next to each other, and we will try to aggro them one at a time. And here is our NPC. He will ask you to give a ring to a Loretta in the Undead Settlement, which will be the next area. Loretta's already dead. Like you said, you'll find a bone and give it to him. But he's got a pretty interesting quest line. Like, he will sell stuff, and he's a thief, so eventually he'll want you to go out and thieve things so you can get more stuff for him to buy from him. But there is a little bit of a quest line. There's one place if you send him to and you don't send anybody after him, he'll die early. But that being said, spoiler alert, in the end, the last place you sent him to will die. But you can collect his ashes, and then you can give it to the handmaiden, and she will sell his stuff, and any of the items that he was selling at a discounted rate compared to the handmaidens will be also sold for that rate, which is nice. But yeah, let's go ahead and travel back to the Firelink Shrine. I need to try to level up. I need to start getting my strength up. Also, one of the things I may try to do, hopefully if I fight the knights, one of the playthroughs, just testing, I actually had one of the knights drop a Lothric shield, which is an amazing shield. I use it late game quite often because it has such a high lightning resistance, and it's 100% physical, and it will parry. But it has like 18th strength requirement, and I'm not near 18th strength requirement. So, let's start with the blacksmith. Go ahead and, yep, we can upgrade it once. We're going to need a couple more shards, which I should be able to do before the first boss. Get the Estus Flask, and let's, yep, 4-2, that's what I wanted. No need to infuse, because I said the axe already has dark damage. It already is infused, it really is, it's an infused battle axe, pretty much. But yeah, this guy sells stuff. The nice thing is he sells fire bombs for 50 instead of 100, which is nice. There's some shields. He's got some arrows a little early on, which is nice. Like I said, his quest line won't continue until after we go to the Undead Settlement and get the Loretta's bone item. Just check on him. I try to talk to him every now and then. He will have some new dialogue after some of the bosses. There's a guy up here that will give you cracked red orbs, which allows you to invade other people. He also gives you that key that goes to that place I just showed you, and if you fight the guy that's behind that gate, he'll give you a red orb that is basically the same as the cracked red orbs, but it's not a consumable. You can just continue to use it over and over again. So let's level up. I'm probably going to level up my strength and whatever souls I have, because I have 15 strength, 15 endurance, 15 health. I don't really need to level up my intelligence or my faith just yet. So I would need my strength up so that when I get the items later on, I can get it. But I think we're doing pretty good so far. Like I said, we'll be getting our Pyromancer pretty soon after the first boss. We'll also meet a guy who can teach sorceries, but will also help level you up. There's an ending that goes with him, but I'm not going to do that ending, but I will still probably take advantage of the 5 free levels he gives you. I'll heal him at a later date. It's not hard at all. So, we're going to go travel back to Lothric. I'm traveling back to the second bonfire, I believe that's what I hit. Because I'm going to try to go take down that Abyss monster first thing next episode. And then we'll wrap up the rest of that area with the big fat guy. And then we'll go fight some knights, meet an NPC, and then go fight our first boss, which should be fun. And hopefully I won't die. Because like I said, I'm not using phantoms. So, catch me later on that video. We'll continue to play. I'm really excited to see where this play goes through and where this build goes through. So, see you next time. Kratos out.